So, good afternoon. Okay, so now we're going to proceed with our second to the last topic in entrepreneurship, which is covered by module number 13 with the title Managing the Human Resource Functions. So, this topic has its objective of differentiate the strategic human resource approach and the integral human development approach in managing employees, to discuss how business can attract, nurture, engage, and retain the talent needs to ensure its continued growth, and to discuss how companies can build commitment among its employees. So, as an overview, there are two approaches that entrepreneurs can adopt in managing the employees. The first is the strategic human resource management, or the HRM approach, which is the mainstream, and the second is the integral human development, or IHD approach, which has emerged as an alternative paradigm. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung alternative approach to managing people? So, kagaya nung nabanggit sa overview, it covers two approaches that entrepreneurs can adapt when it comes on managing their employees. So, yung human resource management, or what we call the HRM, uh, its goal is to develop a human resource management system that enhances an organization's efficiency, quality, innovation, and responsiveness to customers, which in turn build competitive advantage. So, to compare with, ang human resource management, it is like an agency, or it is like an organization wherein sila yung naka-assign, or they have the task, no, para salain yung mga tao, no, na papasok sa company o sa isang company. Let's say, for example, ang Tanay Town Center. So, ang Tanay Town Center, they do not do the direct hiring. It is because meron silang agency na pinagkukunan ng mga tao, no? Ng mga tao na magtatrabaho para sa kanila. Okay? So, yun yung trabaho ng human resource management. Okay? Sila yung sumasala, no? Kung may potential ba yung tao na papasok, no, sa trabaho. So, as shown here in an illustration, ayan, pinapakita dito sa illustration na from the human resource, it covers the recruiting, okay? It covers the performance, or yung pinakang anong tawag dito, ina-assess yung performance ng isang employee. Then it also gives off the training, or assess the training for the employee para maka-cope up siya agad dun sa trabaho na ibibigay sa kanya. And of course, the research, the skills, okay? And of course, to find the employee. Yan. Ano yung potential, no, ng employee? What are the skills na maaaring meron ang employee, no? Na pwedeng makatulong doon sa kumpanya na pagdadalhan sa kanya. Okay? What is the potential of an employee na i-hire nila? Okay? And then next one is the leadership. Ayan. So, yun yung mga cover ng ating human resource, no, na tinatawag. Next, sumunod is the integral human development, or IHD. Okay? Pag sinabi nating IHD, or integral human development, is it anchored on the principles of human dignity and the common good. Okay? This approach underlies the humanistic management practices. So, dito pumapasok yung mga practices ng isang employee, no? Ina-assess, no, yung performance ng isang employee. So, integral human development at work, it covers the bodily development, which is yung kanyang health, okay, and overall well-being. Next is the cognitive development. Pag sinabi naman natin cognitive development, this is the process on how the skills of an individual or the skills of an employee has developed. Okay? Ano ba yung abilities or cognitive abilities ng isang aplikante na magmamatch doon sa trabaho na ibibigay sa kanya. Then, sumunod naman is the emotional development. So, pag sinabi nating emotional development, employees exercise responsibility and accept accountability for their work. Okay? So, next one, social development. When we say social development, the organization encourages appropriate expression, okay, of collegiality in the workplace. So it has exhibits social conscience, encouraging the same in employees and supporting employees' initiatives in order to serve the wider community. Then it is followed by aesthetic development. So pag sinabi natin aesthetic development, it is a craftsmanship. Okay? That is encouraged. Okay? The services that are conceived and delivered in the ways that honor the dignity of both the provider and of course the receiver or the receiver. Next one, the moral development. So when we say moral development, it is the organization's managerial practices and work rules that recognize that human act are such a moral act. Okay? Yun yung moral development. Next is the spiritual development. So, pag sinabi natin spiritual development, work is understood as a vocation and valued as collaboration in the presence of God for the good of one's fellow human beings. So, those are the alternative approaches to managing the people, no? That is covered by human resource management and integral human development. Okay? So, dito naman tayo sa attracting and retaining talent. So, when we say attracting and retaining talent, it involves the human resource functions of recruitment and selection. Okay? This refers to different activities that influence the individuals to apply for a job and to accept jobs that are offered to them. Okay? So, dito pumapasok yung ano ba yung mga mga dapat na i-consider, no, ng human resource or ng HRM when it comes on selecting the applicant. Okay? It is because dito pumapasok yung tinatawag nating recruitment. Okay? Pag sinabi natin kasing recruitment, ito yung activity kung saan proseso siya, no, on how the HRM will accept, no, will accept the applicant that is applying for a job. Okay? So, when we say selection, on the other hand, it refers to the process by which organization chooses from the pool of applicants the people that best fits the required into the job. Okay? So, entrepreneurs start their business when the entrepreneurs start their business in recruiting people by tapping their own social network. 'Di ba? So, ang mga entrepreneur daw, nag-uumpisa sila na mag-start ng business by means of looking for the people na capable na magtrabaho para sa kanila. Okay? So, kumbaga, tinatap nila yung network nila kung sino ba yung mga may kakilala, no, sa mga kaibigan niya o may recommend na magtatrabaho sa kanya, no? Pwede siyang kumuha ng referral, pwede din siyang kumuha ng employment agency just like the Tanay Town Center. Meron silang employment agency. Then, meron naman na pumupunta sa school para mag-announce na, meron kaming part-time job, pwede kayong magtrabaho sa akin per hour. 'Di ba? Sa mga colleges, sa universities, pwede niyang gawin yon. Okay? And by participating in job fairs, pwede rin gawin yan ng mga entrepreneur para makakuha siya ng quality, no? Quality leads, ika nga. Quality leads when it comes on hiring an employee. So, the companies are now also recruiting online by posting a job opening in their websites. Okay? So, I already experienced this ano, yung pagpo-post ng job hiring sa aming page, no? So, it took us 2 months promotion, no, para makakuha kami ng mga iba pang mag-a-apply o magtatrabaho para sa amin. Kasi we are not just accepting we are also evaluating the ability, the skills, the capacity of the employee. Okay, or sorry, the applicant. Okay? So, before selecting the people, the entrepreneur must be clear on the specific tasks and activities the new employee must perform. So, syempre, ang isang entrepreneur, bago siya pumili, no, ng i-hire niya sa mga applicant sa kanya, kailangan malinaw sa kanya o specific sa kanya ano ba yung task or activity na ibibigay niya dito sa employee na to. Hindi po pwedeng labo-labo. There should be a certain task for that person. O ito yung babayaran ko sa iyo, ito yung gagawin mo. 'Di ba? Let's say for example si Jollibee, 'di ba? Si Jollibee, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa kanya, hindi yan isang tao trabaho lahat. Hindi all in one ang trabaho ng isang crew sa Jollibee. Umiikot 'yan. Meron silang dining, 'di ba? Meron silang sa kitchen, meron silang cashier, naka-assign 'yan by assign. So, ang isang entrepreneur dapat malinaw sa kanya kung ano ba dapat yung ibibigay niyang or assignment or task sa kanyang tatanggaping empleyado. Kasi ang empleyado kapagka hindi naging clear sa kanya yung trabaho niya, tapos hindi naman ganun kalaki yung sweldo, aayawan at aayawan niya yan. 'Di ba? Meron namang mga klase ng empleyado o may mga klase ng aplikante na matataas ang pride. Ang tinitingnan nila kung ano yung natapos nila. Sa panahon ngayon, hindi po pwedeng maarte ka. Kung ano yung trabaho na available, kung ano yung meron, grab it. 'Di ba? Sabi nga dun sa nabasa ko na quote, 'di ba? Kung meron kang isang bagay na hindi alam at merong magturo sa'yo nito, try to grab it kasi baka makatulong sa'yo para mag-improve ka as an individual. 'Di ba? So, ako personally, 'di ba, nakatapos ako ng education but bago ako magturo, naging sales lady muna ako. Nag-service crew muna ako. 'Di ba? So, kumbaga, it is not about what you learn from. It is not about kung ano yung natapos mo sa panahon ngayon. Kailangan mong maging madiskarte when it comes on applying for a job. 'Di ba? So, syempre sa umpisa hindi magiging madali 'yon. But of course, 'di ba, by the help of the human resource that will help you train doon sa trabaho na a-applyan mo, palagay ko naman mag-i-improve ka as an individual. 'Di ba? So, let us now proceed with other topic. So, these are the job description of sales associate. Yan. Example ko lang, no, the RNJ Entertainment Production posted a hiring ads sa aming FB page. Wherein nag-hire kami ng mga sales associate. Those sales associate are evaluated, no? Na-evaluate siya and we give them the specific task that they should be the one who will promote our business. No? So, meron silang right compensation, meron silang right salary, no, na makukuha sa amin. Yun yung ibinigay namin sa kanila na task, no? Just promotion, no? So, kumbaga doon pumasok yung dahil lagi kang naka-Facebook, lagi kang naka-online, why don't you use it in earning money? 'Di ba? So, the general description of sales associate is reporting directly to the store manager. Sales associate are responsible for selling the company's product. Kagaya ng sinabi ko sa'yo, they should be the one who will promote the product, sell the product, 'di ba? assisting the customers with their product needs, and engage customers by asking them questions and providing the information about the product's features and benefits. Ano naman yung kanilang duties and responsibilities? Okay? So, acknowledge and greet customers when they enter the store or when they approach the area where the associate is working. Diba? Number 2, engage the customer through conversation and determine the customer's needs. Then number 3 is to provide information about the product, ano yung mga features, values, and benefits nito. Diba? So, as a sales associate, he or she should have a know-how regarding the product that he is selling, that he is promoting. Kasi hindi siya makakabenta kung hindi niya kayang ipaliwanag o hindi niya kayang magbigay ng information about dun sa product na binibenta niya o pinopromote niya. 'Di ba? So, number 4 is to know the products that are located within the store. Siyempre, dapat kabisado niya kung nasaan yung product na yun na hinahanap ng isang customer. Kasi pag nagtanong sa kanya yan, at hindi niya alam, automatically si customer kasi mainipin lilipat sa kabilang store yan. Mawawalan siya ng sales. Diba? Next one is suggest additional items and services that the customer might not have anticipate they will need. Ang tawag natin dyan is, anong tawag dito? May tawag dito, unique selling preposition. Okay? USP. Okay? Yung sinabi natin, yung sinasabi ni ma'am na unique selling preposition, it is the process on how once that the customer already pick or select yung product na gusto niyang bilhin, is kaya mong halimbawa, you as a sales associate, is kaya mo pang mag-suggest, no? Mag-suggest ng another item or product na hindi niya inaakalang kakailanganin niya pala. So, proportionally or particularly, pag nagustuhan niyo ni customer, bibilin niya. 'Di ba? So, yan yung tinatawag na suggest selling or unique selling preposition. 'Di ba? Halimbawa, bibili si customer ng lobo. Maliban sa lobo, pag nakabili na siya, mag-suggest ka pa, ma'am, baka gusto niyo po ng mga letter balloons or baka gusto niyo pong bumili ng kasi eto po maganda din po ito pang design. 'Di ba? So, that is a suggest selling. No? Next, number 6 is correctly handle or register transactions. 'Di ba? A sales associate should be able to handle all the registered transactions. Kasi, i-credit sa kanya yan. Okay? Then, kapag meron siyang naging mali, there is a possibility na naman sa kanya, anong tawag doon? Pwedeng mabawas sa kanya. Diba? Next one is to handle the returns or complaints graciously. Of course, the sales associate should know how to handle, yung complaint ng customer. Most especially kung may defect yung product na nabili sa kanya. Kasi syempre, halimbawa bumili ako ng oven. Tapos yung ang hahanapin ko yung nagsuggest sa akin na sales associate sa mall. Tama ba? Sa kanya ko yan ibabalik. Siya yung hahanapin ko at siya yung pag-aasikasuhin ko. So, dapat si sales associate, alam niya kung paano yun i-handle. Okay? Next one is to treat associates, customers, and vendors courteously. Siyempre, kailangan niyang maging mabait. Diba? Bakit? Bakit kailangan niya maging mabait? Siyempre, para sa benta. Diba? Kasi sabi nga nila, kindness, okay? Kindness is next to earning a lot of money. Diba? Yung pagiging mabait daw, kasunod yan ng pagkita ng pera. 'Di ba? Kung mabait ka kay customer mo at nagustuhan ka niya, no? Kung kahit ano yung ialok mo sa kanya, na magiging maganda naman base sa pagkakapaliwanag mo, bibilin at bibilin niya yan. Okay? Next, number 9 is to ensure that the store is neat, clean, and organized throughout each business day. Of course, the business associate or the sales associate should be able to make the store clean and organized. 'Di ba? Kasi sino nga naman ba ang papasok sa loob ng isang tindahan na madumi, maalikabok, 'di ba? Makalat. Of course, wala, 'di ba? Kaya si sales associate kailangan marunong siyang maglinis, magligpit, maging organized. Okay? So those are the specific duties and responsibilities of sales associate, no? Ilan lang 'yan sa mga specific duties and responsibilities. Let us now proceed with the qualification, training, and experience. Babanggit tayo ng 3. Una, must have a high school education. 'Di ba? Bakit? Yun yung unang tinitingnan kasi syempre dapat marunong bumasa at sumulat si sales associate. Okay? Then, number 2, must have proficient when it comes on communication skills on English or even in Filipino. And pangatlo, must be proficient when it comes on math. Bakit? Syempre, sales associate, kapag magbebenta ka, hindi ka pwede magkamali sa pagsusukli, tama, sa computation ng product, 'di ba? Kasi matatampo lang ka ng pamumuna ng customer. Okay. So the job description as shown above is important because it provides the basis of choosing or basis for choosing among the potential employees. Okay? So, when conducting the job interview and when subjecting applicants to the work sampling, the entrepreneur can use the job description as a guide when it comes on assessing the fitness of employees for the job. Ayun. So, another one is administration of compensation and benefits. It is very important, no, that this type of reward employees receive for performing the duties and responsibilities, just like their wages, salaries, bonuses, commissions, incentives, and both financial and non-financial perks. Okay? So, halimbawa, dito sa amin, meron kaming sales associate. Ang lagi kong sa kanya, she is our staff. Okay? So, nung Pasko, naka-receive siya ng kanyang bonus, bagamat hindi ganun kalaki, is naging sa kanya yun. No? Kasi for doing her work properly. Diba? Reward ko yun sa kanya. Kahit sabihin 3 months pa lang siya, is binigyan ko na siya ng bonus. And of course, yung salary niya. Kasi, yung aking staff dito sa shop ko is siya self-supporting student, working student siya. So, napakahalaga sa kanya na meron siyang kinikita araw-araw. No? Iniipon niya yon para makapagbayad siya ng tuition fee. And aside from that, pag may lakad kaming pamilya, kasama din siya. Diba? So, kapag hindi naman ganun kadami yung tao and we feel like going out, sinasama din namin siya. No? Yun yung tinatawag nating non-financial perks. No? Sometimes, yung mga staff namin is kailangan kasi nilang mag-relax. No? Kailangan nila na makapunta sa ibang lugar. So, that is why ginagawa namin yun. Okay? So, it is an attractive compensation package or the promise of potential rewards is an important when it comes on giving consideration, especially among highly qualified and skilled individuals. Next, employee stock ownership plans or ESOP. Itong employee stock ownership plan na tinatawag, it is the option or employee's option to purchase company stock at favorable price. Okay? So, dito pumapasok yung pwede silang maging stockies ng isang kumpanya. Halimbawa, gusto nilang mag-business. No? Parang yung sa amin din. No? Example namin yung R&J Entertainment Production. Our employees, okay, have their opportunity. We gave them an opportunity to become an owner of our business also. Maging stockies sila. No? So, they can buy a part from our products, then pwede nilang ibenta 'yon, 'no, nang aayon sa presyo na gusto nila. Okay? So, siyempre may favor